In case of a hyperbola, we do have two special lines which we call asymptotes of a hyperbola. Now, basically, what is an asymptote? So, asymptote is essentially a line which meets the curve at infinity. So, suppose we have this hyperbola which is x square upon a square minus y square upon b square, and it is equal to 1. And we need to find its point of intersection with this line which is y equals mx plus c. So what we'll do is we'll replace y with mx plus c. So we can write this equation as x square upon a square minus mx plus c whole square upon b square equals 1. So we can write this equation as b square x square minus a square m square x square plus twice mcx plus c square, and this is equal to a square b square. So we can write this equation as a quadratic equation in terms of x. So we'll write this equation as b square minus a square m square x square minus 2a square m into c into x, and then minus a square, and it will be b square plus c square equals to 0, which is a quadratic equation in x. Now we know that this line is an asymptote, and by definition asymptote is that line which intersects the curve at infinity. So which simply means this equation should have two infinite roots. Now we know that any equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0 will have two infinite roots when a is 0 and b is 0 and c is unequal to 0. So we'll put a as 0, we'll get b square minus a square m square, it is 0, and then minus 2 a square m into c is also 0. So from here we'll get the value of m as plus or minus b upon a, and we'll get value of c as 0. So this line which intersects this hyperbola at infinity will be given by the equation y equals mx. M in this case is plus minus b upon a x, and the value of c is 0. So equation of asymptotes is given by y equals plus minus b upon ax. So this eighth one is equation of asymptotes, and equation of asymptotes is simply y equals plus minus b upon ax. And we can also write endpoints of latest rectum. So endpoints of latest rectum is given by plus minus ae and plus minus b square upon a, which is same as that of ellipse. Now we'll draw this hyperbola. So we'll draw the axis, center at origin. Now first we'll draw these two asymptotes. So we'll draw two lines passing through origin and whose slope is b upon a and minus b upon a. So this line is y equals b upon a, and this line is y equals minus b upon a. Now we'll mark points on transverse axis and conjugate axis. So say this point is a, which is a comma 0, and suppose this is a dash, which is minus a comma 0. So and then we have b and b dash, which is 0 comma b and 0 comma minus b. So now we can draw this hyperbola. Now basically hyperbola will have two branches. So we'll draw one branch on the left and we'll draw other branch on the right. So this is how we can draw a hyperbola. Now there is this one more thing about this asymptote, and that is if there is any line which is parallel to asymptotes, then it will intersect the hyperbola only at one point. So if we ever take a line which is parallel to asymptote of this hyperbola, then that line, it will intersect this hyperbola only at one point. All other lines, either they'll not intersect or they'll intersect hyperbola at two distinct points. Now this first result is, suppose we have any double ordinate of a hyperbola which is P and P dash, and if it is produced both ways to meet the asymptotes in Q and Q dash, we need to prove that PQ into P dash Q is equal to B square. So we'll draw double ordinate. And this is P, N and P dash, and it is extended to meet the asymptotes at Q and Q dash. We need to prove that PQ into P dash Q, it is equal to B square. What we'll do is we'll take this point P as A secant theta and B tan theta, and now we can write P dash as A secant theta minus B tan theta. Now we'll find this corresponding point Q. Now we know that this Q, it lies on this P dash, so its x coordinate will be same. So its x coordinate will simply be A secant theta, and if we'll put x as A secant theta, we'll get y as B secant theta. Now we'll find PQ. Now PQ is basically distance between Q and P. So it'll simply be B secant theta minus tan theta, and if we'll find P dash Q, now P dash Q will be, it will be B sec theta and minus minus plus B tan theta. So it'll be B secant theta plus tan theta. So we'll multiply them. We'll write PQ into P dash Q, it'll be B square, and then it'll be secant square theta minus tan square theta, which is simply 1. So we can write that this product of PQ into P dash Q will be B square. And in the same way, we can also prove that this PQ dash and P dash Q dash will also be B square. Now the second result about asymptotes of a hyperbola is equation of pair of asymptotes and equation of hyperbola differs only by a constant. So if we have equation of hyperbola, which is say S equals to 0, and if we have to write equation of pair of asymptotes, then that equation simply will be S plus lambda equals to 0. And in the same way, if we have two asymptotes, then we can multiply these two equations to get equation of pair of asymptotes, and then we can add any constant to get equation of hyperbola. Now say for example, suppose we are given this question, which is the equation of the hyperbola which passes through the point 2, 3 and has the asymptotes 4x plus 3y minus 7 equals 0 and x minus 2y minus 1 equals to 0 is. So first what we'll do is we'll find equation of pair of asymptotes. So equation of pair of asymptotes simply will be 4x plus 3y minus 7 into x minus 2y minus 1 equals to 0. Now we know that equation of hyperbola and equation of pair of asymptotes only differ by a constant. So we can simply write equation of hyperbola as this equation of pair of asymptotes, which is 4x plus 3y minus 7 into x minus 2y minus 1 and then plus c equals to 0. So we have just added a constant to it. Now it is given that this hyperbola, it passes through this point, which is 2, 3. So all we need to do is we'll just need to put the value of x and y in the equation, and then we can get the value of this c, and we'll simplify, we'll get our answer. So we'll put x as 2 and y as 3. So it'll be 8 and 9. 17, 17 minus 7, it is 10. And here it will be 2 minus 6 minus 1. So it'll be minus 5 plus c equals to 0. So that means value of c is simply 50. Now once we have this value of c, we can write equation of this hyperbola. So equation of this hyperbola will be 4x square minus 8xy minus 4x plus 3xy minus 6y square minus 3y minus 7x plus 14y plus 7 and then plus 50 equals to 0. So we can write this equation as 4x square minus 6y square minus 5xy, and then we have minus 11x plus 11y plus 57 equals to 0. So which is 4x square minus 5xy plus 6y square minus 11x plus 11y plus 57 equals to 0, and that is your option number 3.